Yo, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Team T1 Beats, yo. Today I'm going to show y'all how to make a beat fresh. This is my first tutorial on basically just, doing what I've been doing for, a couple years now. Uh, this is for the new users, people who are like unfamiliar or just starting out on Fruity Loops, man. We're going to get into it. I'm going to show y'all how to make a fresh beat. Forgive me for my little ghetto stand. I don't have that screen share shit like everybody else do right now, but it'll get better eventually. But yeah, let's get into it, man. First and most importantly first, man, save your beat, man. I don't care if it's just like, like whatever, man. Just save it. I don't care what you put it as. Just save it as random right now. We gonna save it as random right now. That's what we gonna call it, random right now. So yeah, first you wanna save it, and then next you wanna find your tempo, man. Me, I like doing beats like 140. Yeah, I do beats in any tempo, but find your tempo first, man. And then next you wanna find your key. Now what I usually do is I'll open up Sampler. I don't know if you guys know anything about it. I'll go down on menu, the drop down menu, find Sampler. Okay, and then once you find Sampler, this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna spread your keys out, man, so you can see what you're working with. You gotta see, the keys. You can't just click anywhere. Now what I'll do is I find a scale. That's what I'll do. I'll usually use you can use Explorer, man. I'm not gonna tell you, what not to use and what to use. Explorer, man. This is how you get better, but everything's in here for you to, use and learn. So we're gonna use our harmonic minor. I'll start our harmonic minor. We'll say D. Please stay in key, man. Please stay in key. So I'll put it on every octave. Well, all the way down to about the third octave, and then I'll go all the way up to about the eighth octave, because anything after like that eighth, it's like super. I don't know what you want to say, but it's like super. You're never going to really use that high of an octave. So yeah, and then I'll select all. I'll slide it over all the way over to 5. That gives us a full length, and you see everything. You'll be able to that's going to be our ghost notes. We'll use our ghost notes. So when we start off, that's what we're using. Okay, so we'll pick, VST. This VST is Expand. I don't know if you guys know anything about it. When I bought my M Audio Mid-Eye keyboard, this came with it. All I had to do was, reveal the code or whatever, and I got this with it. So yeah, let's get into it. I don't know what type of beat, so I'm not gonna say, oh, it's trap, and so because usually, man, it'll start out, oh well, yeah, it's a trap beat, and then it turn into something else. So like I said, we're just gonna go with the flow. This is just the basics. Eventually I'll show you more. I said, forgive me, man, if you hear the keyboard. Not keyboard, I'm sorry. Forgive me if you hear any water noise. That's the fish tank. Okay, so now I got a little sound. All right, so it's D harmonic minor. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to start out with your D note. Always start out in key, man. You want to start out in key and you want to end out in key. So you want to start out with D. That's your root note. Okay. And usually this is the chords. It's more than one note together. It builds a chord. So this is a chord. Usually minors, you start 0, 1, 2, 3, a note, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then for major, it would be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. Make those a little longer. you see how I'm literally using my notes. So make sure, matter of fact, I'm so sorry I didn't show you. Make sure you go turn on your Ghost Notes, man. If you don't know anything about it, go turn on your Ghost Notes. It's, if I'm not mistaken, it's in Helpers. You want to go to Helpers, and you want to click Ghost Channels or click Alt V. Alt V is for your Ghost Notes, but that's just in our sampler. We'll never use sampler. We'll just use it as our Ghost Notes. It's kind of like a map that we trace over. You know what I mean? So. Sounds good so far. And what I want to do is copy and paste. Never leave it the same, because it will sound like one big ass loop, and then people won't be able to rap over your beats. So what I want to do, usually if I change something, I'll change on the next bar. I'll change over the middle note. I'll maybe lift it an octave or lower a octave. Yes, it's okay to use the metronome. Okay, I like it. It's not too bad. I guess I'll keep it. This is, like I said, this is for the first video. I want to lower it a little bit, see how it sounds. I like that dark sound. Okay, that's awesome. Now at the bottom, that's our velocity. If you keep them all the same, it's gonna sound like a robot. That shit doesn't sound right. So what you want to do is, this is a pull. This is a push. Now, any musicians that know more than me about it, because, you know, I don't know everything, but, you know, sometimes I want to say going down is like a push, and this is a pull, so it kind of sounds different. You know, either way, just explore with it, you know. Okay, and then what I'll do is I'll Control A to copy all those notes, and I'll put another VST in there. That's our chords. Now this is the easy way, just so you can get started, man. And maybe I'll find some bells or something. We'll go with the flow and see, man. We'll see how it works out. Now Control V. Oops, hold up. I think I did that wrong. I did that wrong. Control A, Control C to copy it. Control V to paste. Now that's on the other one. This is on the bells. Turn it down a little bit. Okay, so now we have all our root notes. That's the chord. So what I'll do is, usually you could do different things. You can hit Alt U. Sorry, that'll chop it up. Maybe give you an idea. Start playing with the notes. I'll keep it that way sometimes. It's just, like I said, it's just a basic beat. You're learning to get with the rhythm. You're learning how things work. And what I'll do is, where are we going to? Whoops, sorry. Slide it over. Click the tool, the little wrench, you see it. And then we want to go down to randomize. All right. Now what randomize does is it lets you play with your levels, your velocity, your release, your pitch, whatever. And I want to pan these notes. I want to pan these notes because you don't want them to be hitting the same with the other chords. So here we are. We're going to play with the pan a little bit. It'll start sending signals to you left and right through your speakers. So here we go. All right. Okay. You got your little, you got your little sound going. So now what we want to do is we want to go get the hi-hats. And please, guys, please understand me when I say that quality matters. A lot of guys are, downloading these kits off of wherever, and they think, oh, shit, this is quality. I can use it. And listen, if you want to make some money, you have to download quality sounds, man. Go to industrykits.com, man. Superstar O, man, he's the best of the best. in the music business as far as beat making, man, go download some of his kits, man. He got tons of kits, man. He got VSTs. Yes, you got to pay for it. If you pay for it, man, you'll see results. So we want to go get our hi-hat. Let's see. Let's just pick something. All right, and then what I'll do is I'll fill each two-step. Make sure loop is off, use loop points is off, and right click, cut itself. And play around with it, man. Like I said, you know, it's having fun. And what I'll do is Control A, legato everything, legato this whole hi-hat. Because there's just certain things I like to do with the hi-hat, you know, as far as like cutting it and splitting it and all the good stuff. Like I said, play with that velocity. All right, so we're going to play it again. That's just where I think it'll sound all right at. And you gotta like sometimes play with the beat in your head, man. You know, it doesn't make you a little retard or weirdo if you want to sit there and, you know, play around with sounds in your head too, man, because that's where it comes from. It comes from your head. So you gotta, you know, put your beats in your head and bring it down here on you know, so people can see it and really hear it. Because only you can hear what's in your head, but it's up to you as a producer to bring it out, you know, in real life. So okay, now play around with that. I know we're running a little short on time. You know, eventually as we go, I'll try to start making my tutorials a little faster. But yeah, man, it's for beginners. If you know, if you like it, man, give me a shout. If not, then, you know, still subscribe me. All right, so I deleted that other bar because I usually try to keep it the same and just change a little bit of things on each bar. You know, you'll see. You'll see. Control A, Control C, and then Control V to copy it back. Slide it over to that next bar. So now we're on point. So now we got the full, as you can see, it's all right there for us. These are our hi-hats. So now I'm gonna go pick out an open hat. I'll show you what to do with the open hat, but like I said, we're running a little low on time. So I wanna go ahead and get you that beat. Use the snare. We're gonna get our kick. We're gonna get our kick in. This is the most important part, man, is the kick. The kick is like everything, yo. If your kick ain't hitting, if it's not in your face, it just ain't gonna be right. So first, when you put your kick in, a lot of people will just click it like this. Oh, okay. My kick is in, boom. Okay, wow, yeah, I got a kick. No. First, when you put your kick in, click it. Okay. You're going to see this waveform right here at the bottom. Turn your loop points off, all right? And you're going to right-click this. You're going to click Edit. Once it comes up in Edison, you're going to right-click it again. Regions. Detect Pitch Regions. You see that? Detect Pitch Regions. Now, what this does is it comes up. It shows you your note that the kick is usually in. Each kick is a different note. So remember at the beginning when I said stay in key, this is how you want to stay in key. So this is A. So what we want to do is we want to exit out of Edison. Okay. Stay on that setting, channel setting for that kick. Okay. Go to the piano. You want to click the wrench, the little wrench up top. And then you want to find your key, right? So we got right here F. We got G. It was A, right? So there's A. So now we want to right-click A, set it in blue, right-click it. Once it's set in blue, that means that it is in the correct key. So now we can play the beat. and you can pitch the kick how you want it to, but it's in key. So we're gonna go. I like G. I'll use G. Okay. Okay. We should be on point now. We should be on point now. Let's see. Slide that over. I'm just doing it because I know how to work a little faster. Hey, okay. Now you want your kick all the way up on that velocity, all the way up. Turn them all the way up. There we go. So now we got our kick. So now, like I said, it all depends on the beat. And also it all depends on your BPM of where you're going to place your snare or claps. So this is at 145 BPM. So instead of putting it here, which would make it too fast, you want it on point, right? So turn that loop point off. We want to put it right here. Every other. Okay. You hear how it flows? Then you'll get the hang of it. Yeah. And I'll put like a little roll at the end sometimes. Alright, so now we got our kick, man. Got our kick and our, snares in place, man. And now I want to put my open hat in place. The open hat gives it that rap, man. So like, there's no rap to this beat right now. You know what I mean? Like, all you hear is just there's no rap to it. So like I said, that open hat gives it that rap. Okay, turn the blue points off because that's what happens. Okay, you know what I mean? So now we're gonna put the open hat in. I'm just gonna punch this in on the mid-eye. 2, 1. Okay, so now what I want to do is click Alt Q. That's going to quantize it. And quantize basically puts it on point where you want it to be. You can go off of half a beat. I think there's like half a beat, bar, half step. It all depends on how you want your placements, where you want your placements of your your hi-hats or whatever you're using at that time. So I think that's on point. All right. Then we want to turn it down a little bit. There we go. There we go, man. And now, last but not least, sorry, like I said, we're running fast as hell on time. So now I want to get you this 808, man, and then you can take it from here, man, and use it. Try to use this as if you don't know anything about Fruity Loops, man, try to use this as your little guide, man. If I helped you out, I appreciate it, man. I'll keep the videos coming regardless. So make sure you subscribe me and follow me on Instagram, man. Team T1 Beats, TEAMTW1NE. Team T1 Beats on Instagram. And that's Beats with a Z. So it's Team T1 Beats with a Z. So we're going to get the 808 in, man, and then we're going to call it a wrap. Like I said, first thing you want to do with the 808, same thing you did with the kick. Click it, right-click it, edit. Regions, pitch regions. Okay, so that's an E. We're going to look for E. There's E. Right click it. Alright, we're gonna turn that loop points off. I seen that sitting on there. I see you. Alright. And then we're gonna take the same beat pattern. This is just for starts, man, for starters. You want to take the beat pattern. You want to Control A, copy it, Control C, copy that beat pattern. Okay, you want to take it in your 808s, click 808s, piano roll, Control, oops, sorry, so you can see it, Control V, and there's your 808s. Now what I want to do is Control L to legato. Legato means to make the notes longer. Okay. You got to play around with the octaves. So you want to hold shift, arrow up, arrow down. That'll bring all the octaves up and down. So play around with it. I like that. Okay. And now here's another thing. Sometimes your 808 will get out of control, right? So here's what you want to do. Simple. You want to go click on your 808. Okay. You want to go up to that little form that curves down. Click that. Okay. So we'll click that. And then we'll go to your attack. Turn it all the way down. Hold. Turn it up just a little bit. Your decay. Bring it down, all the way down. Your sustain, all the way down. And your release, you can bring it up or down. But I'll make it like a little box, and that will control your kick. As long as you hold it, it will hold. But if you just press it, it'll just let go. So there we go. So there we have a beat, man. Like I said, man, this was my first tutorial, so it'll get better eventually, you know. But holla at your boy, Team T1 Beats, yo. I'm out. Make sure it's TEAMTW1NEBEATZ.